T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have liftoff. Yesterday, October the 18th, 2024, the price of silver has broken out, reaching as high as $33.7 per ounce. This is a price we haven't seen for almost 12 years. In the future, when the price of silver finally sets new all-time highs, $33.7 per ounce may not seem like an important number. But I want you to remember this date, because yesterday, something in this market has snapped. We don't yet have the data, but I'm willing to bet that this 6% jump was in large part due to short covering. Speculators who were betting that the price of silver will decline capitulated and closed their positions at a loss. And since the only way to exit a short position is by purchasing the underlying asset, they were forced to buy it at any price. This is what we call a short squeeze, and it is the fuel which is powering this rocket. These speculators were holding on for quite a while. Even though the price of gold was setting new all-time highs throughout this summer, the price of silver was held back at the $32 level. These speculators must have been expecting a significant correction in gold, which would drag silver down with it. Why were they expecting a correction? Because gold was about to encounter an important resistance line, which connects the 1980 top and the 2011 top on a log scale. You may think that this is nonsense, nothing but scribbling on a chart. But there are some very wealthy people in Wall Street who take these trend lines very seriously and use them in order to formulate their strategies. But then an unexpected thing happened. Without too much of an effort, the price of gold managed to break through this line and move higher. This was too much for them. They decided to cut their losses and exit those short positions. Now, is this the silver squeeze we were talking about in the past few years? No, of course not. To the best of our knowledge, most of the short position on silver is held by a handful of large banks. This position is still intact, and it is currently deep underwater. Unlike the banks, the speculators who were forced out of the market are individuals and private companies who don't have an infinite amount of cash at their disposal. What we saw yesterday was nothing but a tiny prelude to the silver squeeze that we are anticipating. This rocket has just been launched, and it probably has a long flight ahead of it. What happens next is anyone's guess. It is possible that when the markets open again on Monday, the banks will attempt to regain control by doubling down on their short positions. In this case, we can expect the price of silver to retreat and retest the $32 level, this time from above. Since broken resistance levels turn into support, we are hoping for this level to hold. But then again, this breakout has the potential to generate some excitement and the fear of missing out among those who don't own any silver. In that case, any short selling by the banks will be met by new and enthusiastic investment demand, and the price may continue in its trajectory towards the stratosphere. As I've stated in my previous videos, there is very little resistance for silver between $30 and $50 an ounce, and it can get there in the blink of an eye. But if we do see $50 silver this year, it probably won't stay there for long. This level of resistance, which held silver back for over 40 years, will not be conquered easily. We will probably get a pullback, followed by some consolidation in the region between $30 and $50 an ounce. Only during 2025, when it becomes evident that inflation is here to stay, do I expect to see further attempts to cross this $50 threshold. I have no idea how long it will take, but I am confident that eventually we will see silver cross the $50 barrier and set new all-time highs. So please be patient. If you haven't yet purchased any silver, go get some. Stay away from futures contracts and ETFs, which are prone to fraud and manipulation. Make sure to only buy physical silver from a reputable dealer whom you trust. And don't forget to buckle up, because we're in for one hell of a ride. Thank you for listening to the Silver Hermit podcast. If you like this content, please donate in the link which appears in the description below. Please subscribe to this channel and share it with your friends and family. Hit the bell icon to be notified whenever I release a new video. Remember, I'm not a licensed financial advisor. This video is intended for general informational purposes only and should not be regarded as investment advice. Before taking any investment decision, please consult with a professional financial advisor who may assess your personal investment objectives and needs.